What is needed?
As presidential envoys on investment scout for foreign investment, the low-growth environment could pose as a challenge. Economist Richard Downing says the country does not have enough savings to augment their investments.
And it's a very important sort of aggregate in the economy to get economic growing actually. And therefore it's important to get investment onto higher levels of GDP. For instance, at the moment we're around about 18-17% of GDP. In terms of the National Development Program, we're talking about 30%, which is not nearly the case at the moment.
With foreign investment declining earlier this year, President Cyril Ramaphosa appointed some of the country's financial heavyweights to head up an ambitious investment drive aimed at attracting at least 1.2 trillion rands in new foreign direct investment to the economy over the next 5 years.
For government, it's important to do investment in social and economic infrastructure, to get the economy running smooth, to make it easy for private sector to invest and to run their businesses and to be profitable, because no capital will come in just to make a loss. So that is the first thing I think that's important in terms of government. Government, we shouldn't be prescriptive. Actually, we should try to stay away from regulations on where to invest, especially for the private sector. But it's important for government and the public sector, actually, your public corporations and those state-owned enterprises, to invest in their spheres to make sure that they actually make it easier for private sector to do business.
Meanwhile, UNCTAD's FDI inflows to Africa are forecast to increase by about 20% in 2018 to $50 billion. The projection is underpinned by the expectation of a continued modest recovery in commodity prices and strengthened interregional economic cooperation. It further says Africa's commodity dependence will cause FDI to remain cyclical. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.